Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded and Unfiltered. I'm your host, Jermaine, and today I am going to be giving you a tale of perseverance and sticking to your guns and not letting shitty situations keep you from accomplishing what you want to accomplish. I know that all sounds cryptic, but I promise you, stick with me. I'm going to give you a story in less than 10 minutes about everything that I've experienced over the last, let's say, 24 to 48 hours. It's probably not that long. I just feel like putting a time frame on it. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. It is December 24th, 2:53 in the morning. And this podcast is still going to go up mostly because that streak that I have, I believe it's 76 or 77 episodes in a row, was dangerously close to being canceled or dropped or reset because, well, let me give you a little backstory. So on the 23rd, I was due to go to the airport so I can get this holiday trip season started. I definitely put off recording a podcast up until that point because I was like, you know what? I think it would be dope to record a podcast in the airport in a public space, not give a fuck what anybody thinks. Definitely just have my mic out and just speak into the microphone. You get a little ambient noises and a different perspective from me because I was in a location that I quite literally never been before. I think that was the first, maybe second time I've been in the Charlotte airport. Regardless, I found a nice spot, second floor. I was overlooking where everybody was sitting to board planes. So I had a nice view to just spy on people and just see people interact with one another without knowing they're being watched. I know that sounds crazy and kind of creepy, but it was wholesome and awesome. So fuck what you think. But seeing people interact without them knowing they are being watched, like, we do different things. Some of us are extra nice. Some of us don't hide how much of a dick we are. Like, when we think we're not being watched, we act differently. And that's just something for you to keep in the back of your head. Just pretend like someone's watching you all the time, or just act authentically and not, it won't matter if somebody's watching you or not. You're being you. I'm just dropping gems left and right. Y'all take these when you can. Anyway, I did record a podcast. It's awesome. I think I haven't listened to it yet because it's stuck on the receiver of my microphone system, because it turns out you need a special piece of software to download that file from the device to put it anywhere else. And unfortunately, my iPad, which, as expensive as it is, does not allow you to install regular Mac programs. That is a foresight on Apple's behalf, and I hope they rectify that shit with a quickness. Until then, I'm going ahead and record this next and final podcast for the Christmas Eve. I was going back. Me and my sister have been on the couch for, I think we got here at 10, and we've just been talking about random stuff. She's currently making, I believe, my dad a hat out of crochet. And even that, like, there was a point in time where I was like, man, I want to crochet shit. She actually did it. And holy crap, there's so many custom pieces of crochet here. I love it. I was going to make her do the podcast today, but we'll wait. We'll wait until I have the right setup and we have cameras, and then I'm going to make her do it. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, so instead of letting my streak lapse, I could have easily did it. I was prepared to. I'm not even going to hold you. I was just sitting here. I was like, I should make a podcast episode. But I was fully prepared to just be like, you know what? We had a good run. But fuck that. We're keeping that streak for as long as, like, there's no reason for me to not record this right now. I'm not asleep. I have a microphone. I have the internet. It would have been a huge downfall on my part if I just let the shit collapse like that. Not that it would have collapsed and everything would have burned to the ground. It would have been the last episode of the podcast ever. That's how sometimes our brains like to think about things when we are trying to accomplish something that we really want to accomplish, but maybe we missed the mark. We tend to, or I tend to, beat myself up way more than I have to. Everything is good. We made the episode. We're here. The episode that is locked into the receiver of my microphone system hopefully is awesome. I it felt good as I was saying it. There were people walking around me, and like there was a older gentleman that stopped who noticed my microphone. And 2 years ago, I would have been like, "Hey, man, I'm busy. I don't want. I probably would have just ignored him, pretend like he wasn't there." But being in the um being wanting to be more mindful of my surroundings, I wanted to reach out to people and like show some kindness. I actually just answered his questions and it was awesome. Like nothing detrimental happened. I got to talk about something that I enjoy, and I potentially sold this microphone system to somebody who seems like he could use it and get some benefits from it. So yeah, other than that, I am looking forward to spending time with the family. Christmas Day usually is always awesome. I don't even, gift wise, I don't give a fuck about gifts. Like I definitely bought the family different things to just see the reactions, and just to, it's not so much a hey, this is a token of my gratitude, or this is me showing you I love you. Like I love you regardless. This is just we get to have fun and do silly shit on Christmas. So here's a random gift for you to open. Um, Definitely in the future when that steady income is incoming way more than our current bills, there will be random gift days that I will just randomly show up. I'm like, hey, I thought you needed a drone, so here's a drone. Somebody's gonna love that shit. Not everybody. Like I'm sure my mom doesn't want a drone, but she's gonna end up with one regardless. Uh, but other than that, I yeah, I can't. I'm looking forward to hanging out with the family. I'm not looking forward to driving back to Charlotte because we got an 8-hour trip ahead of us. But other than that, I'm gonna wrap this motherfucker right now. It's 7:23. I don't want to overdo it. I just wanted to leave y'all with one thing that we'll bring up next week that I want y'all to attempt to do, and that is in regards to consistency. I've been thinking a lot about consistency lately, how to become consistent, why to be consistent, what's the benefits, like, is there any detriment to becoming consistent? I don't know. Maybe you lose some time, but you're gaining whatever you're trying to be consistent in. Regardless, for the next week until we go into the new year, I want you to think about one thing that you want to be consistent with in 2025. Consistency doesn't mean you need to do something daily. It doesn't mean you need to do something weekly. Consistency means that you are picking a time frame in which to do that thing, and you make sure that thing gets done. Like I said, well, it's probably on the episode that's got deleted. When I started this podcast, I said I had a goal of once a week for at least a year. That was a goal. Like the idea for the podcast was interview other creators, but the goal in the like nothing can come in between this was one a week for a year. And I had made sure I know if I did that, that the rest of it would be smooth sailing because when I used to run 5Ks, I told myself I'm doing 5K for a year because I know after that year it's going to be hard for me to justify quitting or justify missing a day. Because if you get how many, what is that? I can't even do math right now. 52. Yeah, 52 weeks in a year. Add the one, carry the four. 52 episodes. It's hard to stop doing shit when you got that many in the chamber. It's hard to tell yourself, hey, I'm not running anymore when you ran once a month every month for 12 months. So figure out what you want to be consistent with, figure out the time frame and the time frame and the frequency in which you want to be consistent, and then set yourself a little time frame, 6 months, maybe a year, and don't deviate from that shit. I promise you, at the end of it, as long as you're going through it, enjoying the process, and as long as you have some type of even simple, rudimentary routine laid out, at the end of that little task, like it'll be hard for you to stop doing what you're doing, especially if it's something you enjoy. All right, I think I'm done. I'm gonna go put some pajamas on and play freeze tag outside. Oh wait, it's not hot. It's cold here. It's not. I'm done. That was a bunch of. I'm rambling now. Anyways, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast, Uploaded and Unfiltered. We come out every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and we haven't missed one yet, including this one. As soon as I edit it. Other than that, I appreciate y'all for listening. If you know any other podcasts, if you know any other creators or anyone for that matter who can benefit from conversations like these, please share the podcast with them, Uploaded and Unfiltered, again, every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Other than that, I will talk to you later. Appreciate you. And as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.